If you're in your 40s and 50s and your skin is starting to change with the perimenopause or postmenopause era, and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the skincare products out there and don't quite know which way to turn, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Julie, and this is the Glow Studio, and today we're talking all about menopausal skincare. Now, I do get a little bit uptight about the term menopausal skincare, even though I'm using it myself. But I think during the menopause, it's a time when we notice skin changes. And we might have been quite happily going along using a very basic cleanser, moisturizer, perhaps nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, the menopause hits and we notice some changes in our skin. But the reason I get a little bit concerned about all the menopausal skincare out there, or the skincare that's marketed to menopausal women, is that it isn't a one size fits all. It really isn't. So some people notice they get more spotty again. They feel like they're going through their teenage years and they're getting acne breakouts. Some people feel that the skin is just really dry. And when it's dry, then little fine lines and wrinkles are a lot more noticeable and you don't look as glowy. And some people notice that their skin is getting more sensitive and they've never had sensitive skin before. So there's lots of different changes happening. And I do feel that this is especially during the menopausal period. It's a time when it isn't a case of one size fits all with skincare. And we really need to dig down and really think about what changes you're noticing specifically to your skin. So hopefully this video will help you think about that a little bit more. And as usual, I do have a little document that goes alongside this video. So if you're like me and you like reading about something after you've looked at something, just to go a little bit deeper, then I will put a link to my menopausal skincare PDF or little ebook in the comments or in the description. So take a look at that as well. And if you do have any other questions, then please do comment below. I love to see all of your comments. So menopause is a hot topic, pardon the pun. But it just seems to be everywhere at the moment, doesn't it? Everybody wants a little bit of our money. So whether it's collagen supplements or skincare or well-being days, retreats and days out, then everybody wants to take a bit of us. And I think the menopause is really complex because not only does it affect our skin in different ways, it affects our body in different ways as well. When you look up menopause and the effects on the body for women, I think it runs into the hundreds of different signs and symptoms that people can get. So whether it's just your skin, or whether it's a bit of a frozen shoulder, or whether it's a few aches and pains, the list does go on. But you will probably be experiencing it quite different than I did. I'm kind of coming out the other side of it, but I kind of feel it does sort of drag on a little bit and there's always a little bit of something. So let's treat ourselves with some lovely skincare. So at least that's something that we can do something about and help address some of the problems. So why do we have all of these problems during the menopause? Well, it's all down to estrogen. So falling estrogen levels has lots of different effects on the body. With skin itself, it promotes the hydration of the skin by the production of oils in the skin, stimulates the production of collagen. If you're interested in that, I have another video about collagen. And estrogen also helps wound healing. So the list does go on, but it does have a big, big impact on the skin. And added to that our skin is aging too. We've had years and years of sun exposure to the environment, and it all kind of seems to hit us when we're in our sort of late 40s, early 50s, and has a real big impact on the skin. But I'm here to say there are a few things that we can do to mitigate all of those problems. And I think skincare is all about being holistic. It's not just about putting the skincare on your face. It's about the whole experience and just taking 5 minutes of me time away from the hustle and bustle of life, because let's face it, at menopause, you've got everything going on. You're probably holding down a job. You've probably still got kids at home. You've got elderly parents. you've got it all going on. It's such a busy, busy time in your life, and it's a time when you need to take a little bit of time for you. And this is why I came to skincare in my late 40s, because it was just a little bit of an escape. I would treat myself to some really lovely products, and it just felt like I was nurturing myself at a time when I really needed it. So when it comes to skincare products during the menopause, I would tend to start with your cleanser. Perhaps look at the cleanser that you're using already, and is it a little bit harsh? I think we need to go a bit more gentle with the cleanser during menopause. Like I said, our skin can get more sensitive, it can get dry. So we don't want any cleansers on the skin that are going to make that dryness or sensitivity worse. So a really lovely cream cleanser or a balm cleanser, anything like that, I think it will really help to nurture the skin. And cleansing twice a day, it's always a first step in any basic skincare routine. And I think if you're not cleansing twice a day, if you get the right cleanser for your skin and do it twice a day, just doing that, you'll see massive impact on your skin. Then after cleansing, the next most important step really is moisturising regularly. So it's even more important during menopause, because that's when the skin does lose some of its natural oils. So you want a rich and hydrating moisturiser. Now, if you wear makeup, you might not want a really rich moisturiser during the daytime. So for your morning routine, you might go for a lighter moisturiser. I tend to go for a moisturiser that has an SPF combined. So I'm moisturising my skin, and it's got the SPF in, which is going to protect my skin from further collagen breakdown, which leads to those pesky fine lines and wrinkles as we get older. So look for ingredients that have got sodium hyaluronate in, because that really does help to plump out the skin and helps the skin to retain moisture. And you can get those in a lightweight moisturiser. But at night, I really like to dig deep with my moisturiser. So I'll go for a more rich moisturiser in the evening, and then I can use a lighter one in the morning that doubles up as my SPF as well. Little note on SPF. Use a moisturiser with an SPF of at least 30, and don't rely on SPF in foundations, things like that. I would always use a separate SPF moisturiser in the morning to protect any further breakdown in the collagen. And then if you're cleansing and you're moisturising, then you might want to think about a serum to add into that routine as well. Especially at night, I like to use a retinoid serum. Absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't be without mine now. It helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It also helps to promote skin cell turnover, so that helps to avoid the dull looking skin. So there's a couple of different ones that I like. I have put a link to them in the document. If you're interested, you can have a look there. And then just have a really consistent skincare routine, and it will pay dividends, even if it's really simple, just as simple as cleansing and moisturising twice a day. I've also added some lifestyle tips in here. There's nothing new. Stay hydrated, get enough sleep, we wish. Eat a healthy diet, reduce the stress in your life, we wish again, and avoid smoking and secondhand smoke. Exercise is also brilliant. It'll make you feel better during this period, although you might not feel like it. Find something that suits you and get out and do that. Avoid hot showers and hot water in general on the face. So if you are taking cleanser off with a flannel, make sure it's sort of lukewarm water, not too hot, because that will dry your skin and strip your skin as well. I think that's pretty much it. There's a little bit more detail in the document. Like I say, I'll put a link in the description. Any questions at all, please do get in touch. But I think my main takeaway for this session is that don't be brainwashed into thinking you need this menopause skincare. You really don't. You need to be thinking, what skincare does your skin need for its specific needs and concerns? Yeah, and that's it. Have a brilliant day. Thanks for watching. Bye.